The deadly Hendra virus is again rocking the Australian equine industry, and nobody's sure how far it's spreading. In just 8 days, 5 horses have died in Queensland, 1 in New South Wales, and more than 20 others are being monitored. 17 people have also been exposed to the potentially lethal disease. Vets and horse owners are calling for an emergency response to protect lives, as Kathy McLeish reports.
Dr Dave Ahern is a country vet at Beaudesert near Brisbane. His vet clinic dealt with this year's first case of Hendra Virus in Queensland. One of his vets was exposed, and he says his community is at the centre of a string of Hendra cases.
There you go, perfect.
Later that night when they're going to sleep, they're thinking about going to the funerals of their friends. That's what they think about.
At a public information meeting held last night, it was standing room only.
I guess we won't be debating a lot of the finer points.
I think people are scared. Nobody knows where this thing's going to finish up. There's been another outbreak tonight, apparently, and down at Park Ridge. I mean, who knows where the next one's going to be?
The veterinarian who attended the latest horse death was Dr Kylie Scharf. It's the second time she's been exposed. Dr Scharf was practising at the Redland Veterinary Clinic when vet Dr Ben Caneen died, and a nurse became critically ill after handling infected horses in 2008.
It certainly was horrific. It is a nasty disease. It was really traumatic losing a friend and colleague, and seeing Natalie so sick and never fully recover.
Hendra virus is present in Australian fruit bat populations, including those in South Australia, Victoria and New South Wales. In bats, it's apparently harmless, but it's one of the world's most dangerous viruses. It's believed horses are infected when they ingest body waste or chewed food left by bats. It can then be transmitted to people, where it attacks the walls of blood vessels, affecting nearly every organ in the body. The overriding message from authorities is to stay calm, take precautions and stay alert.
Hendra, we want everybody to calm down. People make mistakes when they become frightened and worried.
But Dave Ahern says more must be done.
I spoke directly to Deborah Middleton, who manufactured the vaccine.
A Hendra virus vaccine is due for release in 2013, and he says for vets and owners the situation is critical.
You're not going to feel protected till you get the vaccine, so I think people do need to keep pressure on for that. And I think there does need to be pressure to have that vaccine made mandatory then as well. Otherwise there's still going to be a lot of gaps. They're my feelings.
I think it's absolutely critical to have a vaccine from a human safety point of view and to prevent the tragic loss of human life. Having personally euthanized horses and seen what they're going through, as a horse lover, that absolutely destroys you. Knowing that this could be prevented potentially is difficult.
Dr Deborah Middleton is the senior veterinary pathologist at CSIRO's Australian Animal Health Laboratory, where the vaccine is being developed. She agrees with the vets.
I think the events over the past week have really highlighted the fact that we need to explore every possible opportunity for streamlining that process.
She says in the next few weeks the organisation will work with regulators in an effort to move the release of the vaccine forward.
We're going to engage with Biosecurity Australia, AQUIS and the APVMA to just make sure that we've explored every avenue for not shortcutting, I don't like to use that word, because clearly we do need to carry out the appropriate safety and efficacy tests, but ensuring that we can absolutely streamline the bureaucratic side of the process.
On the basis of those meetings, she says it may be possible to roll out the vaccine early.
I think that 2012 would be the earliest we could reasonably expect a safe and effective vaccine to be on the market.
The federal and state governments rate the work being done on Hendra virus as emergency research. And in a statement, the regulator, the Australian Pesticides and Veterinary Medicines Authority, or APVMA, said it had not received an application for the Hendra vaccine as yet, but when it does...
Such emergency applications would be finalised as quickly as possible.
So far, federal and state governments are leaning towards self-regulation of the vaccine by the horse industry, which could ban unvaccinated horses from industry events. But on the front line, there's a call for mandatory laws.
I can't see any other system that's not going to have massive holes in it.
People and horses are at risk for something that could be legislated and implemented so that we are safe and horses don't have to die.
Kathy McLeish reporting.